evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the February 11th, 2025, our monthly meeting. Pledge allegiance to.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Jim, consent agenda.
Good evening. On the consent agenda, have amendments to the Fairview Cemetery pricing and policy statement, relocation of Kestner Wayside, acceptance of grant funds from the U.S. Department of Justice, fiscal year 24 COPS Technology and Equipment Program, acceptance of grant funds from the Virginia State Police HEAT Program, acceptance of grant funds from the Department of Criminal Justice Services, purchase of backup power transformer and metering equipment, approval of reclaimed water system agreement, fiscal year 25 budget adjustment, machinery and tools incentive payments, treasurer's reports, minutes of previous meetings.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. Moving right along. 6.01, proclamation for Black History Month. Jamie.
All right. Whereas Black History Month, observed in February of each year, seeks to emphasize Black history and its cultural contributions to American life, and is designed to recognize and pay tribute to the many contributions of African Americans in the history, society, and culture of the United States of America. And whereas African Americans have contributed to Culpeper's history since the founding in 1749, and whereas African Americans, both as free and enslaved persons, have provided labor, skilled, trade services, and entrepreneurial businesses to the Culpeper community since 1749, and whereas African Americans have engaged in enhancing the Culpeper community through education and civic engagement since 1749, and whereas African Americans have volunteered their services and their lives to defend the United States of America in all conflicts, beginning with the American Revolution, and whereas the recognition of the contributions and achievements of Culpeper's African American citizens is essential to council and the community. Now, therefore, I, Frank Reeves Jr., an African American mayor of the town of Culpeper, and on behalf of the Culpeper Town Council, hereby proclaim February 2025 as Black History Month in the town of Culpeper, and that the town council and staff hereby acknowledge to support local individuals and/or groups recognizing and commemorating Culpeper's rich African American heritage, given under my hand the 13th day of February 2025.
Thank you. All right. Public forum. The public forum is an opportunity for town citizens, visitors, and groups to speak or bring to our attention any town government-related issue. Please state your name and place of residence for the record. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Groups are requested to have spokesperson. If you are here for the public hearing, please hold your comments until later. Is there anyone who would like to speak to this evening? No one? Close the public hearing at this time. Public forum at this time. All right. Mr. Yao.
I move the council reappoint Steve Nixon to the Culpeper Cable Commission for another 3-year term that begins on March the 1st, 2025, and expires on February 28, 2028.
Second.
Any question? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. All right. 9.01, public hearing on zoning ordinance amendments related to townhouse accessory. Lewis.
Good evening. I'm Louis Pancotti, planner, and I will be presenting the ordinance text amendment. Section 27-53B1 outlines the requirements for townhome developments. Subsection D states the requirements for streets and utilities. This is a relatively simple amendment that will reword this subsection. Instead of stating that townhome units shall front on private streets, the proposed language states that all units shall have vehicular access from a private street. The amendment will still require the creation of private streets for townhome developments, but will allow the developer to orient units that also abut a public street towards that public street. The current requirement creates a less desirable configuration where the rear of townhomes and accessory structures such as decks, sheds, and patios must face the more heavily traveled public street. The proposed amendment also aligns with the goal of the comprehensive plan to improve aesthetic design guidelines and regulations. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have for me.
Any questions, Louis? Thank you. Open the floor at this time for public hearing. Please state your name and place of residence for the record. Limit your comments to 3 minutes. Anyone like to speak tonight? No one? Close the public hearing at this time. Ordinance amending Chapter 27 related to townhouses. Lewis.
So at the January 21st Planning Commission meeting, the commission voted to recommend approval of the amendment to town council. Thank you.
Motion to approve? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Luke.
Councilmember Brown?
Aye.
Councilmember Clancy? Aye. Councilmember Olinger?
Aye.
Mayor Reeves?
Aye.
Councilmember Ramikis?
Aye.
Councilmember Schmidt?
Aye.
Councilmember Short?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Yao?
Aye.
The motion carries.
9.04A, resolution initiating the Unified Development Ordinance. Jim.
Yes, before you have a recommendation for adoption of resolution number R-2025-002. As you know, staff has been working with Duncan Associates on an overhaul to the zoning and subdivision ordinance, and the full draft has been shared with the public during outreach sessions. During the January 28, 2025 joint meeting with the Planning Commission, Town Council reached consensus to move forward with the public hearing process starting in March at the Planning Commission and beginning in May for the Town Council. Staff is asking the Council to consider adopting a resolution initiating zoning text amendments to adopt a new unified development ordinance pursuant to Virginia Code 15.2-2286, subparagraph A, 7I. The resolution has been reviewed by town attorney and is approved as to form. There's no financial impact to adopting this resolution. Staff recommends the council adopt resolution number R-2025-002, initiating the Unified Development Ordinance as presented. Be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Motion to approve the recommendation? Any discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Clancy? Aye. Councilmember Olinger?
Aye.
Mayor Reeves?
Aye.
Councilmember Ramikis?
Aye.
Councilmember Schmidt?
Aye.
Councilmember Short?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Yao?
Aye.
Councilmember Brown?
Aye.
The motion carries.
9.05, Town and County Interaction Committee. Potential items for discussion at next Interaction Committee meeting. I'm going to open the floor this time for council members if you would like to add anything. Everybody's good? All right, thank you. All right, let's move right along. Number 10, Town Manager Monthly Report. Council received reports. Any questions or comments on the Town Manager Report? All right, none? All right, number 11, Communication and Correspondence. Remember the FY 26 budget presentation special meeting is Thursday, March the 6th, 2025 at 5 o'clock p.m. at the EDC building. All right. Anyone, any of the council members have any more questions? If not, we are adjourned. All right.